Hello, 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 and welcome to Supercar Street Challenge, a racing game that released in the early days of the PS2 on a blueback disc. That means most PS2s can't actually play it anymore because PS2s have crappy CD players that die after a while. Anyway. So yeah, this game has one interesting feature, and that is you can basically design your own cars to an extent. By taking parts. You start off with a few, you also win more later on. And you kind of set the percentages, like I'm being 90% this part. Or 100% this part. I don't think my analog sticks are actually set up for the game. And then you can kind of set the performance, but not really. So basically, this is like automation circa 2000. Automation in BeamNG. There's a lot of colors you can set it to. You can adjust the rear. We'll give it like a really awkward rear. It's like I don't even know what car that's off of. Also sponsored by Saleen, which is a company that tunes Mustangs and makes like one car that's in the game. I can give it Japanese mirrors, because why wouldn't I? In a wing and headlights. I'm gonna name it Bob. Yes, his name will be Bob Tom. Okay. And save the car. Sure. And we'll go race. So aside from that feature, it's basically one of the most basic racing games you can get. It's got tournaments. You race in the tournaments against other cars. The car selection is kind of interesting. I mean, it's basically a bunch of obscure cars, and like the Saleen S7 and the Pontiac GTO concept, which is in a lot of small games like this around this time. Oh yes, look at those graphics. Yeah, my analog sticks do not work. I have to drive with the D-pad. Getting some lag. I do not remember this looking so bad. Seriously. Oops. Yep, that was not a shortcut. That was a death trap. Well, I might be able to pass somebody up here. Top out at 167, it looks like. Pretty good drifting there. Kind of. Bad frame rate dips. That's a wall. Yeah, it wasn't very good at all. Sadly. Yeah, you can view different cars on the replay. That's interesting. Kind of. So yeah, there's two different tournaments. There's one where you design your own car, and there's one where you choose from the default cars in the game. I made a top time? Seriously? Oh, they must have low standards. Let's try that again. We're in a completely balanced car across the board. So yeah, let's try to get a win at least before we end the video. Go, 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 go. I mean, the ability to make your own cars was kind of what set this game apart from the rest. The handling and driving model wasn't so good, but custom car thing was really unique at the time. And then a few years later, NFS Carbon came out and had autosculpt, and now you got BeamNG and automation out. which is like this on steroids, basically. So, yeah. I was doing good until I fudged that corner. Come on. Just never know what the car is going to do, really. The bertone Pickster, the world's fanciest pickup truck. Next to maybe the Lamborghini LMO, too. And maybe that G-Wagon 6x6. Maybe. Definitely the most stylish of those, though. I can do it. I can beat the pickups. That's an accomplishment, right? I beat the pickups. I can do it. The Bob Tom is competitive against something. It's a miracle. Here, exit, replay. Yeah. That's got replay features. That's kind of a thing. Made another time again. Yeah, he still didn't get third. I tried. Maybe if we, let's see, screw the brakes. Make everything else good. We'll just have really shoddy brakes. Maybe that'll give us a better chance. I don't know. You also get more SAP points after you win the tournament, so you can have faster, better cars. That's how the performance upgrade system works in this game, basically. Also, I like how we have one little tiny exhaust coming out the center. I think Oh yeah, now I can do this. Now I got it, now that we've built it to the track a little bit. Gotta actually make that corner, though. Now we top out at 171 as opposed to, I think 163 was the last top speed. Or we'll just kind of copy the AI and that'll allow us to get around that corner. That's a lethal corner right there, too. Can just glide through those corners. Gotta get around that rim speed. That might be the. This might be the only game that car is actually in. I'm not entirely sure. Like a lot of the cars in this game, this is the only game they're actually in. Except for the Zonda, the S7, and the GTO concept. Well, actually, no. This. I think the GTO concept is also in DT Carnage, which is another obscure racing game for the PS2, which I think is a successor to DT Racer. I've actually played DT Racer, not DT Carnage. Yeah, and DT Racer is like the most freaking generic racing game ever. It's got cars, it's got racing, it's got damage. That's it. It's kind of like Ridge Racer almost, with how that works. Except Ridge Racer is a lot more famous. And it's got a damage system. Okay, what's the next track? LA Short. Lose some speed, get some more handling and acceleration. If it's as short as they say it's going to be. Nope, I probably should have kept the speed. Oh. That's a tree. That's gonna cost me the race. Or maybe not, because we'll catch him on the straight. Yeah, they're all slower than me, apparently. Awesome, didn't hit the tree this time. Got passed by a Lotus. Now that Lotus, I know this is the only game that that car actually appears in. That was a kind of a weird concept car that never got made. Design study, I think, is what it's called. And this is the only game it ever appears in. Yeah, this is going to be an easy one. If I can avoid the tree, which it looks like I will. Yeah, some of these corners are just confusing as heck. I mean, some of Racing Lagoon's corners are confusing, but this is ridiculous. How'd I get in fourth? How'd that guy get so far ahead of me so fast? Lotus is fast. I think the first time I was playing this, I had no idea what I was doing because I was a kid, and this game is still fairly challenging today, as you can see from this video. Mostly because the tracks are confusing as hell, but so. The track design isn't bad for a game of this period, I think. That's one thing it has going for it. I mean, there are beautiful tracks, even if they are confusing at times. Exit the replay again. Did we win anything? I'm not going to play the full game. It's way too many videos to make about this. I mean, there's not really much to it. You just kind of win the races, unlock parts, and sometimes more cars. So now I got new parts. Looks like a Lister Storm, and yeah, that one's definitely from a Lister Storm. Weird incomplete wing and a Supra wing. And some new tracks. And 2,400 points. So now I can go and pick those front ends. Where's the Lister Storm back in? I want the Lister Storm back in. And hoop spoiler, because why wouldn't we? And we'll go with the weird lights. We'll name this one Jeff. Just Jeff. No, we'll go with the. Okay, delete. We'll go with the really obscure way. Because we're trying to be fancy. And most importantly, we need to readjust the stats. Put a little bit more into braking, just because. There we go. There's our second car. Let's try this out. What's our time? 28 minutes, okay. Okay, that is a really awkward freaking spoiler. My bad. And now we got, what are we racing against now? I think that's the GTO concept. Don't know what that black car is. That might be the Callaway. We're never gonna guess it. Is that a GT90? I don't know. Is GT90 in this game? I don't remember. That's another weird concept car that never got made. GT90, it's like if you took a GT40 and mixed it with a Lamborghini. And you get the weirdness that is the GT90. Oh geez. You're gonna almost 194 mile per hour, 10 minutes into the game almost. Jeez. If you took off all the races I failed before this, then yeah, it'd be about 10 minutes, I think. If this was a perfect run. That was a big bonk. Ow. 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 Fast enough, it doesn't matter if I keep bonking the walls there. I guess. A weird graphic glitch that makes the car look extremely dirty or scratched up. There is no damage physics in this game from what I remember. It doesn't seem to be either. We just slid around. We hit the wall so hard we just slid around the corner. That's how physics works. How? Yeah, the sounds are pretty weak on this game because obviously every car you build has the same engine sound. I'm not sure if that's true for the rest of the cars, but yeah. It's kind of the electronic music soundtrack. Nothing really stands out sound-wise on this game. But it is an early PS2 game, so that's kind of forgivable. I don't even have to bother with slowing down for that corner, it just slides around it. Jeff. C-Tech, what the heck is that? Okay, so I got the Callaway and GTOs. So yeah, the main trick to this game is to not put much stock in your brakes. And we'll beat this race and then we'll end the video. I mean, my spoiler is not even attached to my car. What the heck? There was clearly a gap there. Did you see that? Oh my gosh, what is this lag? Okay, there we go. Now it's speeding up. Sort of. It's also raining. So we have weather effects. Oh crap, I forgot my steering's not on the analog stick. I didn't even turn for that turn and I still turned. The GTO concept looks kind of weird. Looks kind of like a Charger almost. It's not like the Holden Monero based GTO, it's like its own thing. That's a wall. Oh my god, that is an evil corner. That is an evil corner if I have ever seen one. Going 194 miles per hour in the rain. Is that why it's lagging? It's because of the rain? Oh, there's that freaking evil corner again. Made it out a little bit better that time. The song really reminds me of like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit and High Stakes. I had those growing up too. Fortunately, I can't do a video over them because they don't work very well. Like, I can't get them to work on this computer at all. Oh geez, that was very, very stupid of me. And we got some distance before the finish line. I can try to catch them. Maybe. Nope, it's not going to happen. That's not the last lap yet, though. So, yeah. I'm going to mess up on that corner every lap, aren't I? Unless I cheat and follow the AI through it. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, Mr. GTO, you show me how to get around that corner. Not you, Callaway. You got back. guess I go down here, kind of. Alright, thank you, Mr. GTO. Thought that was a car there, but it's just a barrier. That would have been funny if the AI got stuck running up against the wall. Alright, so that's that tournament. So yeah, it gives you a feeling of how the gameplay works here. You win races, you unlock parts and tracks. And there's another tournament mode where you use licensed cars and then you can win more licensed cars. Geez, I got 5 tracks unlocked from that. They're all long tracks. 600 points. Weird headlights. Did I get the Dodge? Yeah, I got the Dodge Charger looking back end. In case you wanted to drive a muscle car. Why not? Let's do that. Give ourselves a weird muscle car. We'll mix some muscle car and supercar and make a freaky hybrid that should not exist in any sense, but now does. And we will paint it orange. Max out the handling in the cell, the speed, and spend the rest on brakes. Because why not? And we'll make it Jeff with a J. Because why not? Oh gosh, that looks. Okay, we got a Charger back end with a Mustang-ish front end. You made the most awkward-looking muscle car ever. Well, anyway, that is Supercar Street Challenge. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, or subscribe, and click the bell icon to see more videos whenever the heck they come out. This is Strike 9716, signing off for now.